Hey there, I'm Stina Lindenblatt, the author of numerous romantic comedies and contemporary romances. I thought I'd introduce myself by telling you the 10 things you probably didn't know about me. Number 10, I was born in Brighton, England, but I never actually lived there. My parents had to drive 2 hours to get to the hospital and barely made enough time. When I was 11 years old, my family and I moved to Houston, Texas, where no one could understand me because of my English accent. After that, we moved to Calgary, Canada when I was a teen, where I currently live with my husband, our kids, and our cat. Number 9, I have 3 kids, one more like 2 teens and 1 adult son. My second child is on the autism spectrum and struggles with mental illness. That's why mental health awareness is important to me. Number 8, I knit. Currently working on a project linked to romantic comedy and writing. Number 7, I have tattoos. One that says believe on my wrist. The other is a tattoo of thumper, which is on my butt. When my oldest son was 2 years old, every time we went to the public washroom together, he would see my tattoo and say, Mum, really loud, Mummy's got a bunny on her bum. Fortunately, it came out more like, Mummy's a bunny's a bum. Number 6, in high school, my guidance counselor told me not to bother with university. He said I'd never succeed. I decided to ignore him. Number 5, I have a kinesiology degree. Well, it's actually a physical education degree, but kinesiology sounds so much cooler, and that's what the university now calls it. And am I athletically inclined? Nope, not at all. I'm about athletically inclined as Winnie the Pooh. Team sports are definitely not my thing. High school, my parents received a note stating I was failing gym class. So yes, my choice of university degree was an odd one for me. Number 4, I have a Master's of Science in Exercise Biological Sciences. Naturally, this was all part of my grand scheme to prove my guidance counselor wrong. Remember him? He was the guy who told me not to bother with university. Part of my background included testing high caliber athletes, and I included an Anaheim Duck NHL player, but that's a whole different embarrassing story I'm saving for a future video. Number 3, I once lived in Finland one summer. This was while I was in university. I stayed with my grandparents in Vantaa and worked in Helsinki. My grandparents couldn't speak English very well other than very good, and my Finnish was abysmal. My grandmother and I used to watch the soap opera Bold and the Beautiful, which was huge in Finland at the time. The extent of my conversation with my grandmother during the show was me saying "Hän on mui kamio," which means he is very handsome. This was in reference to Ridge Forrester. Naturally, my grandmother thoroughly agreed with my assessment. Heck, I was just thrilled she understood what the heck I was talking about. I worked in Helsinki that summer cleaning bathrooms in a recreation centre for the elderly. Thanks to my brilliant Finnish, people thought I was an Estonian refugee. I did, though, get a kick out of it when people on the street asked me if I spoke English because they needed directions. Number 2, I spent a semester in University of Jyväskylä in central Finland during graduate school. Even participated in a beer relay race while I was there. That's where the first person in your team drinks a bottle of beer, runs a lap. The second person drinks a bottle of beer, runs a lap, drinks another bottle of beer, runs another lap. And this pattern continues with each team member drinking one more bottle of beer and running one more lap compared to the previous runner. There were 5 people on our co-ed team. 3 of us girls went first. Because I was a runner, I had to drink 3 bottles of beer and run 3 laps. Did I mention the Finnish beer is really gross, especially when you have to down it really fast and run a lap. The 2 guys on our team were great runners, and thanks to them, our team came in 3rd place. The guys promptly went to puke after that, but the rest of us felt like we'd won a bronze medal in the Olympics. We each received a beer mug with the name of the event on it, which unfortunately my husband accidentally broke a few years ago. Number 1, I love ice hockey. I might be uncoordinated, but that's okay when it comes to watching hockey. My favorite team is the Calgary Flames. Whenever my fictitious team, the San Francisco Rock, loses a game, there's a good chance they're playing against the Flames. If I want the Rock to win, they're never playing against my favorite team. Another fun fact you might not know is that I used to name some of my characters after the Flames players. For example, Travis Hamilton was named after Dougie Hamilton. Sometimes I'd use the player's first name, sometimes it was the last name. I had to stop doing that though, because it was like I was jinxing the players. They were either traded or their team didn't re-sign them once they became a free agent. Oops, sorry guys. So there you have it, the 10 things you probably didn't know about me. If you have any questions, be sure to ask me in the comments below, and I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!